Well, I was born in a small town in the southwest of Scotland, about 20 miles southwest of Glasgow. In those days, we had no electricity. I remember the lamplighter coming along and every evening and light the lamps. I've done drawing, I suppose, most of my life. My father was a draftsman. I kind of followed in his footsteps, as it were. In the winter of 1989, I saw that there were printmaking classes, evening classes, at the art school, Polytech Art School. It was the etching that I followed on with some woodcut and lino cuts, but as it's mainly etching. It just seemed the natural thing to do. After one of the autumn art schools, some of us who'd been there decided that we would form a printmaking group, call ourselves Printmakers Wanaka. Everything went on from there.
The printmakers have been going for over 30 years, and we still have several of the original members, but there's really only Donald from the original group that is still really active. They were instrumental in securing this building for Wanaka artists to work, and now it's a thriving art centre for artists in the community. The beauty of printmaking, well, of any art really. Everybody's got their own unique style and preferences of what technique to use. Donald uses a lot of the traditional printmaking. Some of the new members like to experiment with the newer techniques, and the good thing is we all share. You know, we like to share what we're doing with each other.
So you've got the mirror.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
And I think
nice
that's
round
corners.
corners.
Yeah, good round.
Lately I've been using more upcycled materials, so in particular I've been working with old ski membership passes, like old plastic cards, and trying to find a way to use some of all of the stuff that's in the world, you know, just reusing that rather than buying some new plastic to use for your prints. Once I kind of realised that I can scratch into any plastic, I was like, wow, there's plastic everywhere, you know, you can use anything really. I try to be as mindful and sustainable as I can.
The old traditions can influence the more modern techniques as well, and we don't want to lose sight of those traditional methods.
There's so many images around the room, and a lot of it is that dry point etching sort of style. I saw this work and I was like, man, I should try this. And I think experimenting is so important, and it kind of changes the way you think about things.
You don't know what works until you give it a go.
A lot of people don't do that etching process anymore. You know, it's like many things that we need to pass on to each generation, and it needs to go to the next generation, so on and so on.
So potentially would you dry it and then put another coat go in the opposite direction?
No, you can't muck around with it once it's there.
Certainly at the moment he's the only one that's got knowledge of the original techniques, which is why we want to try and learn as much from him as we possibly can.
I do enjoy teaching others if I'm asked for help, but I would be always willing to assist. You need to do with a soft pencil.
Donald has lived different lives. He has worked, travelled, had lots of different experiences, and he does bring that to his artwork.
Oh yes, I get a lot of inspiration from the sketches that I've done when I've been travelling. I've got books full of sketches and watercolours. I've got a colossal number of unsold works.
He started later on with his printmaking, but he's always keen to keep learning as well.
I do art because I enjoy it and I think I'm quite good at it. Not too bad.
Donald's very knowledgeable. He's also very happy to offer advice and to help us and show us different techniques as well as advice on our whatever we're working on. And he's a constant. So he comes basically every week. You know, he is a constant in the print room.